have you ever found yourself in a situation where you've extracted a bunch of information, in this example, some information about the breakdancing at the Olympics, you've extracted that into a Word file or a text file, and part of that information of whatever you extracted you need to use going onwards in the flow, but you don't know how to do that, so you don't know how to specify that, as in the example that I'll show here today, how to specify that you want these names of the participants to be captured in a new variable because you need it for something else in the flow or whatever it might be. If you don't know how to do that, so if you don't know how to specify that whatever content is between this and this, for example, then let me show you how. It's actually quite simple if you know how to use the syntax. So the way for us to do that is to create a new flow, and let's just call it word extraction example. What we need to do is to launch, I'll just bring it over here. So we need to launch the word action and open the document that I have shown on the screen, and let's just find that here. So we'll launch it, and then we'll use the action called read from Word document, and here we'll just retrieve all the information from the document. We don't need to set, because this example is only a Word file with one page, so it's not that much information to store, so we'll just extract all of it. That's fine. In your instance, maybe you need to specify that it only needs to be from page 1 or whatever it might be, but for this intent it's fine just to extract all of it. And then we need to close the Word file again. We don't need to save it, that's fine. So with these three actions, we have what we've gained from that is basically that all the information from the document is now stored in a variable called Word data. So if we run this, we will get the content of the Word file into the Word data file or variable. So what we can do from here is that we can use the parse text action. And the cool thing about the parse text action is that you can use what we call regular expressions. It also says so up here with more information. You can read the documentation if you want to, or you can just Google it. But it requires a few inputs, so we need to parse some text, and what we need to parse is the Word data variable. So we need to find and use the information from there. And then the text to find is where we need to use regular expression to specify where the starting point and the ending point of, in this example at least, where the starting point and the ending point of the Word file exists or is, and then we'll specify that anything in between those two data points is what we want to extract. Now, the way for us to do that is to type it down. So the regular expression looks like this. We'll do parentheses, and then within this we will now have to specify something. We need to specify the starting point, and we'll do that by saying question mark equals, and then if we pull out the Word file again, then we need to input this. So this is the starting point, and if it doesn't make sense right now, then let me just show the end product, then it will make a lot more sense. So we'll just paste that in here, participants, and then we close the parenthesis, and then we'll add dot asterisk. This will specify that anything that's in between here and then the endpoint that we will write down now is what we want to get out. And so we'll follow for the endpoint, or the endpoint. We'll follow the same method, so as we did for the starting point, and the endpoint is going to be this routines, and then I've added a little extra addition of spiciness because I put something in parentheses, also because this is a bit more unique in the text, because it could be the case that routines is actually shown multiple places in this text that I've had ChatGPT write for me. It doesn't, but it could have been. So looking for this routines and then parenthesis description is more unique than only looking for routines, if you get my point. So the way for us to look for this is almost the same as for the starting point that we specified, where it just was participant or participants. But we'll do the same, so we'll do parenthesis equal, and then we will say routines, and then it said description, so we'll add that description. Now this is almost correct. What we then need to add is just a backslash in front of each parenthesis, because that's the way for us to deal syntax speaking. It's the way for us to deal with special characters, which parenthesis is categorized as. So if we add backslash like this or like this, then the regular expression syntax should be correct, and then we just need to highlight that it is regular expression, and that also creates a new variable called match. So with that inputted, we should be able to display the content of whatever we captured in match variable. So we'll just do that simply here to prove the point. We'll do it in a display message action. So we'll just give it a title, and then we will reference the match content. And if we then close this, so the intention is that we will now specify that this is the beginning, and then this should be the endpoint. So anything in between here, and I'm also including participants because we want that, should be captured in the match variable, and then it should be shown in the display message. Let's test it out. Boop, so it opened up Word and then it closed it again. I don't know if you saw that. And now we get the names of the participants out